Hey guys, I hope you're doing well. Trust you've had an epic and awesome weekend. Just wanted to give us a quick refreshing of Friday night's talk about God being our refuge so that we are prepared for small groups as we gather this week. On Friday we spoke about God being our refuge. We looked at Psalm 46 and Psalm 91, and we looked at this idea of God being our refuge and our strength, an ever-present help in times of trouble. And as we looked at that line, we saw that there is a reality in this world of trouble, that we don't need to look very far to see how messed up this world is because of the fall and because of sin entering the world. But in the same line that we see there's going to be trouble, we see that God is an ever-present help, that He is our refuge and our strength. We have a promise from God about Him being a place of refuge for us. And we looked at what is a refuge. And a refuge is a place of shelter, a place of protection from either enemies pursuing you or from the elements of life that batter and bruise us as we are exposed to them, as we saw in the episode of Bear Grylls that I spoke about, an ultimate survivor. You see, just as Bear Grylls' body was battered and bruised by the cold and the wind and the storm, so we can be battered and bruised physically, emotionally, and spiritually by the troubles of life as they hit us one after the other, especially in a time of the coronavirus, where it's been so many difficult things to deal with. We're so aware of the troubles, but we're reminded that God is an ever-present help in times of trouble, that He is our refuge, that God is a rock, that He is our strength, that He is unwavering, that He is the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. He is good. And also, more than that, that He delights in being our refuge. He doesn't see it as a duty of, I have to look after Darryn now, what a punk. No, He delights in it. He loves it when we run to Him, because He can give us safety and shelter as well as restoration at the same time, which is fantastic news. We then looked at some other refuges that we run to, worldly refuges that are temporary and are like drinking from salt water, right? We run to these things like series or gaming or YouTube videos or whatever it is we run to, butlers, chocolate, I don't know, whatever it is you go to. And we saw that these things are like drinking salt water. Like when life is hard and it's challenging, we feel that sense of deep thirst for something. And so we run and we see the water and it looks good and it looks refreshing and we drink it, and in the initial moment it seems to soothe and quench our thirst, but within moments later the thirst is back, and it's often more so than you were before. You left more thirsty, so you want more. And so the trajectory that we go is downwards with little spikes of feeling good, but you're still heading down. And your body and your so physically, mentally, spiritually, you can be destroyed by temporary shelters that are actually deceiving you and lying to you. But the good news is we have a God who is a real shelter, who's a real refuge, who really loves us and delights in us coming to Him and can provide real restoration, so that our trajectory isn't a downward one, but it's an upward one. We saw that Jesus Himself says that we can come to Him, for He is the living water. We can drink of Him and never be thirsty again. That we can be truly satisfied. We can be truly quenched. And so this is just fantastic news for us as we look at what it means to have a refuge. In a time like this, guys, it's good to reflect in your small groups and to be honest with yourself. Where do you go and how do you feel after you've gone there for refuge? Because God really does want to be your refuge. He really does want to be your strength. And we can run to Him in this time. And so I'd love for you in your small groups this week to unpack what it looks like we spoke about on Friday, to go to God and to see and feel and experience real refuge in Him. Awesome. Cheers.
Hi guys! Have you ever seen those young people on TV, living the life, living by themselves? Well, we got to experience that. In grade 9 and 10, my mom moved away to a different province for work, and we were living by ourselves for almost 2 years.
Yeah, we thought it would be fun to be independent, but we never knew the responsibilities that come with it.
Yeah, it was a lot, guys, because we had to manage both school, both traveling, and also like food and cooking and cleaning and all that stuff at home. But even though we were tired, we found our refuge in God. You know how they say a mother makes a house a home? A mom wasn't there, but God was there. We'd play worship music and stuff just to feel the presence of God in the house. So we really didn't feel alone, even if it was just us two, like 15, 16-year-olds, even younger, I think. We knew that God was there and He was our refuge.
We would feel the pressure at times because of this responsibility, but we were always reminded at our Christian school and even at Gravity that God is there with us. And yeah, so that was really encouraging to hear that God is our refuge at that time of need.
Yeah, and we definitely got to rest in Him. So remember,
make God your refuge.
And use those practical steps that Darryn gave us on Friday. And if you don't remember them, ask your leader. Bye, guys.